Kevin, I'm going to move over to you with Montreal, because here's a team now that we thought about a week ago was done, wasn't going to do anything, had no way of doing it. Now, we obviously know we can't listen to Mark Bergevin and what he says, because when he's saying it, he's probably the best poker playing GM in the league. But now Gallagher's down, right? Which, silver lining here, you don't want Gallagher out for the regular season, but Montreal's probably in the playoffs at this point. He's going to come back for the playoffs, it looks like. So is this the greatest situation that Montreal could have fallen into? Because now they all of a sudden have the ability to go shopping.
Exactly. They opened up some cap space miraculously. Yeah, absolutely. I don't agree. I don't believe anything Bergevin says. So it was no surprise to me when Stahl went there, and what a deal for Montreal to grab him for nearly nothing, it seems to me. And they've got a very solid player that would have looked great in Edmonton, but yeah, Montreal, I still think is up to something out there. What that could be at this point, I don't know. Covering Toronto, I feel like I'm just so anti-Montreal that it kind of makes my skin boil to talk Montreal right now. But I really, they're up to something. They're always up to something. It's those Montreal Canadiens. They're always up to something out there. So yeah, they could definitely still be making moves.
Well, Bergevin has, for lying through his teeth, he certainly has tipped his hand about the fact that he's all in this season. Like, he spent more money, I think more money than almost any team in any sport in an offseason where the COVID had impacted everybody financially. He still spent a crazy amount of money. So he's all in on the season. Matthew, do you think there's somebody that they are targeting? Is it blue line? Is it a forward help? What do you think if Montreal is going to go swinging? And I do think that they will probably try. What do you think they're adding?
Well, after adding Stahl, they're pretty deep, and I think maybe a defenseman could be a depth defenseman to be added to strengthen the blue line even more. I think that's probably something they do, because their forward depth is quite good with the way Corey Perry's kind of fit in there as well, and he was a monster in the playoffs for Dallas last season as well. So. I wouldn't be surprised if he turns it up in the playoffs again. And Eric Stahl, we know what he can do too. So I think, if they do something on the forward group, I think they may go for a winger to strengthen the wings. But Montreal's that. Yeah, I think they will probably. They're not done making moves. I'll say that.
Colton, what about you? Are we looking at a situation where Montreal might be among the most active teams heading into the deadline? And a week ago, we thought they were done.
I mean, maybe, like you said, I think they did so much this offseason already. And I think Bergevin he was all in. And really, I think it could be, I don't know if he'll lose his job, but I think he is on the hot seat depending on how they perform this year. They've had some up and down years in his tenure there. So I do think if he makes another couple moves here, like Matthew said, I think bringing in a defenseman maybe would make sense. Out of all the Canadian teams, I think them and Toronto are probably the two most likely to add something.